With Tommy Berry on board, Greg Hickman is the trainer.
What a big moment. He's been a great horse, and this is expected to be his last run before stud today. So a great 1400 metre record. Lovely laid-back customer, as he has been all the way through his career, and he's a big chance of going out in the blaze of glory.
Absolutely, and hasn't he been handled impeccably by Greg Hickman and obviously ridden masterfully by Tommy Berry? He's just an absolute joy to walk around the yard. As you said, he's very relaxed. He's actually slowing the whole string up. He's certainly really switched off today, but he's at his peak condition. I won't expect him to run badly at all. He's just going from strength to strength, and I'll miss watching him walk around the yard.
You're right, Lizzie. He's just walking at his own pace, and you guys and girls, you just follow me.
That's exactly right. Yeah, he's always had such a great nature, and I think that's why he's been so successful, because he's such a racehorse.
Number 2 is Santa Ana Lane. Tim Clark, Anthony Friedman.
Well, it appears he finally gets conditions to suit. A drying track, first time past 1200 since winning the Stradbroke back in 2018. Just a backmarker barrier one. Timmy needs to get him into the clear, wind him up, and to produce that customary big sprint we know Santa's got.
Exactly right. He's been probably a little bit big in condition a couple of times this campaign, so therefore combine that with that wet track as well and his back marker style, that's just been against him. But today you're seeing him at his absolute optimum fitness. You're seeing him at a great distance where he's able to reel them in, and you'd have to give him an opportunity to win this race. He's a 5-time Group 1 winner, and he looks in great order.
Number 3, Dreamforce, not seen since his Group 1 victory in the Ryder at Rose Hill a month ago. Nash Ruella on board, John Thompson the trainer.
Yeah, that won't worry him. He loves to be lovely and fresh, and he is in fact a Group 1 rider winner, so we keep forgetting that. This is his best distance. He makes his own luck, and he'll run a bowl race.
And he's turning out each time in great shape. It's just whether he gets conditions to suit him, and he gets them again today. So another reason why you could put him into your numbers if you like him off of that last start performance. He's an on-pace type of galloper who always seems to give himself every opportunity to run well, and he hasn't gone backwards in looks.
A dual Group 1 winner is number 4, Fierce Impact. Tommy Mark 1 rides for Matthew Smith.
Yeah, we keep forgetting how good he is. A dual Group 1 winner. He's 5 weeks since he was courageous again in that All-Star Mile, and he'll be very strong late here.
Yeah, he's probably just a little bit short of his best distance, but he's still a horse that you could give every opportunity to run very, very well in this type of race. He parades well.
100 to 1 pop is number 5, Mr. Seawolf, Jason Collett, Chris Waller.
Good old horse in his day, but not sure he can match it with a few of these at 1400.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. He looks very well turned out, but he would probably have to lift on recent performances over this distance.
Runner-up in the Doncaster, number 7, Star of the Sea, Sam Clipperton, Chris Waller.
He's an underrated horse, isn't he? Runner-up in the Doncaster last start. He's revelled on wet tracks so far this preparation. Back to drier here. Does that bring him back to the field? Probably does.
Yeah, probably. You're absolutely right as far as conditions to suit, but he hasn't gone backwards in looks. He's been pretty much on the mark the entire time this preparation. He was really wound up first up. He therefore improved only slightly throughout this prep, and he's you're getting him at his peak condition today, so no knocks from me.
Successful just 7 days ago in the last race of the day. White Moss, Adam Hieronymus rides for Jason Coyle.
What a ripper mare. She really loved getting control against her own sex last week. Back in the deep end here, but she's earned her spot.
She has earned her spot, and it's just whether she can get complete control. That's exactly what if she gets complete control, she's just so difficult to get past. I'd have to say, 3 weeks in a row racing, you would expect her to have gone backwards a little bit, but she's probably improved again from last weekend. So, yep, she's definitely deserves her spot, and I wouldn't knock her ever.
Tefane, number 9, Opie Bosson, Mike Moroney.
I love what this mare's done at her past three runs, 2 in Sydney. It's new territory at 1400 metres for her now, but there's no reason it won't suit her. She's flying. Absolutely
flying, and she parades again in great shape. So another one of these horses who's in her peak condition, turning up with a great coat on them, looking well and really bright and well.
Number 10 is Fasika, Brenton Avdulla and Joe Pride.
Yeah, she's one I'll kick myself if, I'm happy if she wins, but I want to back her. I just think it's a stiffest test to date, but don't undersell her. At 1400, she likes to make her own luck, and what I like about her is her courage. So a knockout chance, but at the deep end here.
Yeah, she looks magnificent. She's got the dapples going all the way through her coat. I think she's probably improved a bit from last week as well. She looks as though she's tightened up through her midsection, and this is obviously a tough task for her, but she's definitely, it's not beyond her. She looks absolutely fantastic. She's come on again.
Here's number 11, Bivouac, Hugh Bowman, James Cummings.
Yeah, a whole different race this to the TJ Smith where he missed the start. He was out of contention the whole way, so beautiful draw here. Just stalks. We know he can sprint. Jockey's declaring, well, he's everyone connected with the horse think he's the horse to beat today, and the marketplace is saying that because he's a big firmer on track.
Yeah, I'd have to say exactly the same as what everyone else is saying. I've always liked him, but I've never been a one that has sort of raved about him. He's just he's a bit of a plain Jane sometimes when you have a look at him in the yard, but as he's got older, he's definitely strengthened up and he starts to possess a bit of presence about him, and this race does look very, very winnable for him. And this is a deep field, but he's got plenty of talent and he's improved from last start. 12
is Brandon Berg, the rider Rachel King for John Sargent.
Blinkers on, back from a mile of the Doncaster, should have him tough for this. He'll have his supporters. I must go back to Bivouac. I didn't say best backed on track, NOP I mean.
There's not many people on track, Ronnie, but...
That's just you now, you know.
Brandon Berg, yeah, he looks pretty good. He's getting a bit warm, which he can do, but I think that's just a combination of him stepping back in distance, I should say, and freshening him up.
OK, Super Seth, number 13, J-Mac rides for Anthony Freeman.
Tongue tie on, another big improver on the dry here. McDonald taking over as a huge plus, better weighted today. It does have class.
Yeah, he's always been a great looker all the way through this campaign. Today's no different.
OK, and Sylvia's mother's about to go out through the tunnel, but we pick up standout out the front here, Glenn Boss and Gerald Ryan.
No, he's a very dangerous horse here. Well, I know how good he is. When he won on the dry track of the Expressway, just the brilliance he showed there. He's a 3-year-old. He's been held back for this. He's been fantastic on everything he's done on the dry. I can't dismiss him. No,
I can't dismiss him on looks either. He's always a standout from the yard, pardon the pun, but he's got a great look about him. He's got that lovely, rich coat on him. He's very, very striking. He looks as though he's in absolutely peak order. So you'd have to give him an opportunity to run very, very well today, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to win. I haven't got him in my top 3 at this stage, but I think that he parades nicely.
OK, and finally Sylvia's mother, Karen McAvoy for Team Hawkes.
Obviously hopeless on the wet conditions of the Coolmore. Talented, but a big ask here at the top level.
It is a big ask, but she is a very, very talented mare, and I would have to say that she's parading very similar to how she has done in that previous run I saw her at, and the difference is she gets the right conditions.
Greg Hickman, as you send out Parada onto the track for the final time, you couldn't have got him looking any better.
Yeah, no, Greg, I'm pretty happy with the work this week and how he looks. I don't know how I'll feel if things don't go to script, but look, he's there, he's happy, he's well, he should run very well.
Do you think he's in the same form, in the same frame of mind as he was this time last year when he won?
I think he's in the same frame of mind, but I mean, what we've done with him in the last 2 weeks, I've done more work with him in the last 2 weeks than I've ever done. Why? I don't know, but it's just worked out that way, but looks very fit today.
You're going out there not wanting to leave anything behind?
Well, you can't leave too much behind, can you?
Not today.
I mean, there's nothing to leave behind. So, look, I'm giving them something very good to look after when he goes to the paddock anyhow.
I bet you are. Good luck here.
Thank you very much. Did you look at better?
Great to hear from the Greg Hickman there, and of course Pirata does look absolutely fantastic in the yard like he usually does. I'm going with a mare at a little bit of odds today. I thought Fasika at the each way odds paraded really well. She's taken improvement from that last start performance. I know this is a big ask for her, but this is on looks that I do it on, and she looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that coat as she goes to post. She's in great order and she should run very, very well. Bivouac, he is the best of the rest. He definitely is just taking my eye each time I I see him. He just gradually gets a bit more presence about him, and he's a proper racehorse, so he should be right in the finish as well. And Santa Ana Lane is at its absolute peak today. He should perform that way.
I'm 2-1-11-9. I have to go with the TJ Smith form, although there's a lot of specking around it. I'm with Santa Ana Lane. He's $6 now. Might even trade better. I'm praying for a bit of luck with him with his racing style, but keen to see him back at 1400. Parada peaked up for his grand final in his last start. Bivouac positions up beautifully, and this mare Tefani, she's in great form. I don't know whether I picked the right Anthony Freedman horse, because 20s into 10s here. Super Seth, Glenn.
Seeker, Lizzie's pick of the yard, $26 into $13. We can throw in Bivouac, $5 into $3.80. And here's the favourite for the Sweps All-Age Stakes here. Bivouac, the 3-year-old, the favourite here. So at $3.80. Pirata just out fractionally, $4.40 to $5. Santa Ana Lane, as Ronnie said, $5.50 into $5 out to $6. Dreamforce out fractionally, $8.50 to $10. Fasika Firms again. Lizzie's pick of the yard here into $12 after 26 was bet about it. Tefane just out of fraction, 10 to 12. Super Theth, who went 21 into 11, gets back out to 13. Fierce Impact was 14 out to 16, back to 14. Out to 19. Standout was 19 into 16, back out to 23. White Moss, well, this is 71 into 23, White Moss. Lizzie, 2 weeks in a row, she's tipped against it. 23. Brandenburg, out the gate, 16 to 31. Sylvia's Mother at 81. Star of the Seeds heads the rest, 100 to 1 chance. 390, the favourite. Bivouac, significant firms here. Super Seth, Fasika and White Moss. Greg, what a race.
It's not the most richest race on the autumn calendar, but it is one of the most prestigious. Horses like Wakeful and Chatham and Peter Pan, Burnborough, Tulloch, Sky High, No Home, Winona Girl, Tobin Bronze, Campaign King have all been successful. Champions win this race. Who is it this year? The All-Age, sponsored by Sweps. Here's Darren Flindell.
Santa Ana Lane, the third pick, as Sylvia's Mother goes forward. Fierce Impact and Star of the Seas are the last two to go forward now for the Sweps Group 1 All-Age Stakes over 1,400 metres, and Star of the Seas drawn the outside as the last to go forward. So we're ready to run, 1,400 metres ahead of them. The light is on. Stand by for a start. Racing now, and Super Seth missed the start by a half length or so, and White Moss jumped very quickly together with Dreamforce and Fasika's right there, and Berry's got Parada up running fourth. In front of Bivouac, then came Tefane, and Standouts caught pretty deep early. Further back to Brandenburg, Sylvia's Mother, Santa Ana Lane. He's got about 4 behind him early. Fierce Impact, Super Seth, 2 off to Star of the Seas, and Mr. Seawolf is last. So White Moss has been able to lead comfortably. Out by 2 lengths on Fasika, and Dreamforce takes a sit in third. A half the outside to Parada is very close in the runner. 2 lengths further back to Bivouac on the inside of Tefane. Standout 3 wide. Then came Brandenburg from Santa Ana Lane, Sylvia's Mother. Further back then to Super Seth on the rails as they come up to the home turn. And White Moss is free rolling in the lead at big odds. Turns 2 in front of Fasika. Then Dreamforce. Parada being stoked up. Tefane gets going. Bivouac travels well on the inside. 300 metres to run. White Moss coming back to Fasika. Coming hard now is Parada and Tefane the outside. Parada and Tefane hit the front together at the 250. It's Parada on the inside of Tefane. Parada, he's looking to go out a winner. Tefane's trying to spoil his party. It's Parada in front from Tefane. Oh, close. Parada and Tefane. Tefane really dived right on the peg. Not sure about third for Seeker and Super Seth. Then came Santa Ana Lane from Bivouac. Further back to Brandenburg, Fierce Impact. White Moss from Star of the Seas, Mr. Seawolf. A big gap back to Sylvia's Mother, Dreamforce. And Standout after the wide trip was last.
I don't know. Tefane has lunged at Parada right on the line. Parada's in front everywhere but the line, but has he got his nose down to go out a winner? Or has Tefane given Mike Moroney his second all-aged? Here's the low angle. Parada, Tefane, the nose is in sync. I think it's the outside. If that is to be believed, that low angle. It could be the outside. The shutter cam will confirm that. I think it's Tofane in front of Parada, and that photo has confirmed the result. Tofane, number 9, Mike Moroney and Opie Bosson. We're just waiting for the number to go up into the frame. He's denied Parada a fairy tale ending to his career, but he wasn't disgraced. He gave his all. What an all-age stakes. One to remember, Duff.
Wow, we were halfway down the straight that I was thinking to myself, what a ride by Tommy Berry. He put himself in the 1-1. And then this mare who has been airborne, and you can't begrudge her this victory. She's competed at the top level for a past 4 starts now, and she gets the result. And Mike Moroney does it again, this time with a mare, and she is an absolute beauty, Tofane. He loses no admirers. It could have been a fairy tale ending for Parata there, but unfortunately for his supporters, just a bob of the head there. Super Seth missed the start. Fasika's actually held on for third there, so big bets each way for her. There's some collect there, and Super Seth, as I said, missed the start and was winding up late, but what a race.
OK, Mike Moroney, of course, not here on track, so we don't have a trainer to interview. I'm just watching Tommy Berry coming back. He looks so frustrated, almost dirty on himself. He's got no reason to be dirty on himself. He's just so disappointed, Duff, that he didn't get that result. And Hickey just walked past, so proud of his horse, Parada. But let's hail the winner. And another Group 1 to this man, Opie Bosson. Mike Moroney wins his second all-age stakes. And now that in his career is around, I'm going to guess at 20, but there might be other Group 1s involved in partnerships with Mike Moroney. I'll double check on his career Group 1 stats. I think I'm shortchanging him there. Opie Bosson, though, wins his 5th Group 1 for the season, and he takes his career tally to 76 Group 1 wins, and that is his 10th in Australia. So it's a great carnival, a great season for Opie. 5 in the season. And Lizzie is about to interview him yet again this carnival.
Yeah, well, this is a 4th Group 1 winner for him this autumn carnival. I've got the water for you today, but oh, wow, she really deserved that. She has been so consistent, and she just backed up that great form from last start into this race.
Yeah, she did. It's, the draw helped her too. Got into a beautiful spot and following the horse to beat, and there's a real dogfight down the straight.
Yeah, it was very, very close on the line. What was your thoughts?
I wasn't sure if I got up or not. I don't know until I saw the screen when I got back.
And you've had a fantastic carnival here. Obviously, we know that you've had to stay here and you haven't been able to go home, but it's been well worth it.
It has. Not much is happening back home at the moment, so no, it's good to be here and good to get a few results as well.
And what happens now? When do you head back?
I go back on Tuesday. Then we have to have a bit of a discussion whether we move the family back to Australia or not, but I've got a few things to sort out first.
Wow, well, that's big news. We'll welcome you back with open arms. Well done, Opie.
It's been great to have him here. 9-1-10. Fasika runs third. A Group 1 placing, much deserved. 13 Super Seth fourth. 5th home, number 11 Bivouac. They ran 121.63. Home in 35.51 the last 600. And that was a excellent edition of the All-Age Stakes. We've got 2 to go here at Royal Randwick. We'll come back with another good one, the Hallmark Stakes.